The weather in the United States is about to change in a big way. Across the country, people are getting ready for a week that will bring a wide variety of weather conditions, some of which could be surprising or even challenging. This week, many people will see different kinds of weather, from bright sunny days to sudden storms and chilly winds. The weather will not be the same everywhere, and each region will experience its own unique changes. Some places will have storms, with thunder and lightning lighting up the sky and heavy rain pouring down, while others will feel cold winds, making it feel much cooler than before. These winds can make it harder to be outside and may even cause minor damage. There might even be a new hurricane forming off the coast, which could bring strong winds and heavy rain to some areas if it moves inland. This means that people should pay close attention to the weather reports and updates on their phones or TVs, so they know what to expect each day. Knowing what is coming can help everyone stay safe, whether that means preparing your home, planning your travel, or just dressing for the weather. Weather changes can happen quickly, sometimes in just a few hours. It's important to be ready for anything because the forecast can shift. One day it might be sunny and warm, perfect for spending time outside, and the next day it could rain a lot, making roads slippery and changing your plans. This week many areas will see storms and rain, which could lead to flooding in some places and make travel more difficult. Some places will get colder, with frost on the ground in the morning and people bundling up in warm clothes, and others might see strong winds, which can knock down branches and make it hard to walk or drive. These changes are important because they can affect our daily lives, from how we get to work or school to the activities we can do outside. For example, if it rains a lot, it might be hard to drive to work or school, and delays can happen. The weather is interesting because it is always changing, and it keeps us on our toes. No 2 weeks are ever exactly the same. This week, the weather will be very different in many parts of the country, with some places seeing sunshine and others facing storms. Some people might like the cooler weather, enjoying the fresh air and the change of seasons, while others might worry about the storms and how they could affect their homes or plans. It is important to know what to expect, so we can plan our week, stay safe, and make the most of whatever weather comes our way. This essay will talk about the big weather changes coming to the US, and how they might affect different people and places. We will learn about the storms, cold fronts, and a possible hurricane, and what these changes mean for everyone. By understanding these changes, we can be ready for whatever the weather brings and make sure we are prepared for the week ahead. Right now, there are 2 big storm systems moving across the United States, each bringing its own set of challenges and changes to the weather. The first storm is moving out of New England, leaving behind a trail of wet streets and gray skies. This storm is bringing a surge of cold air to the region, making the air feel crisp and damp. People in New England and the Mid-Atlantic will definitely feel the chill as temperatures drop and the wind picks up. They might need to wear warmer clothes this week, like scarves, hats, and thick jackets, to stay comfortable outdoors. The cold air can make it feel like winter is coming early, even though it's still fall. You might see your breath in the morning and notice leaves swirling in the wind. The second storm is currently over Minnesota and North Dakota, bringing a different set of weather conditions. This storm is causing showers and some thunderstorms in the Great Lakes region, with bursts of heavy rain and occasional rumbles of thunder. People in these areas might see rain pouring down and hear thunder echoing through the sky, making for a dramatic weather day. The storm is also bringing high winds, which can make it feel even colder and more unsettled. These winds can make it feel even colder, and you might see people bracing themselves as they walk outside or leaves racing down the street. It is important to be careful when driving in windy weather, as strong gusts and wet roads can make travel more dangerous than usual. Both storms are affecting the weather in different ways, creating a patchwork of conditions across the country. In some places, it will be rainy and windy, with umbrellas turning inside out and rain lashing against windows. In other places, it will be cold and dry, with clear skies but a biting chill in the air and bare trees hinting at the coming winter. These rapid changes can make it hard to know what to wear or how to plan our day, so it's smart to be prepared for anything. It is a good idea to check the weather forecast every day, whether on your phone or by watching the news, so you're not caught off guard. The storms this week are not too severe, but they are a sign of more changes to come as the seasons shift. As the weather patterns shift, we can expect more storms, colder temperatures, and even more unpredictable days ahead. It is important to stay informed about the weather in our area so we can stay safe, dress appropriately, and make the best plans for our week. A new storm is coming later this week. This storm will start on Thursday and last until Saturday. It will move from the Pacific into the Four Corner states. This includes Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah. The storm will bring rain and wind to these areas. People should be ready for wet weather. As the storm moves, it will affect the central and southern plains. This includes parts of Texas and Oklahoma. On Thursday and Friday, these areas might see severe weather. There could be strong winds, hail, and even tornadoes. It is important to take these risks seriously. People should have a plan in case of severe weather. The storm will weaken as it moves toward the Mississippi Valley and Gulf Coast. Even though it will be weaker, it can still bring heavy rain. This could lead to flooding in some areas. People should be careful when driving in the rain. It is important to watch out for flooded roads. This first storm is not expected to be very strong, but it can still cause problems. It is a good idea to stay informed and be prepared. By knowing what to expect, we can stay safe and avoid any surprises. Next week, a stronger storm is expected to develop. This storm will start early in the week, around Monday or Tuesday. It will be a very intense storm, affecting many areas. The storm will begin over Nebraska and Iowa. It will bring strong winds and rain to these states. The storm will then move across the Great Plains, Midwest, and Ohio Valley. It might reach the mid-Mississippi Valley too. This storm could be the biggest of October. It is important for people in these areas to be ready. The storm can bring very high winds, which can be dangerous. The strong winds can make it hard to drive. They can also cause damage to buildings and trees. People should secure any loose items outside their homes. It is also a good idea to have an emergency kit ready. This kit can include things like water, food, and a flashlight. As the storm moves, it will head toward the East Coast by Wednesday or Thursday. People in these areas should also be prepared. This storm has the potential to cause a lot of damage. Staying informed and having a plan can help keep everyone safe. Section 5. Temperature changes across the country. This week we're seeing some dramatic shifts in temperatures from coast to coast, and it's not just the storms making headlines. Let's take a closer look at how these changes might affect you and your community. So, the weather this week, it's not just about the storms, but also, changes in temperature. These swings can be pretty significant, and they're happening fast. In the Midwest and Ohio Valley, temperatures are going to drop. Cold air is sweeping in, bringing a real chill to the air. We're talking about 10 to 20 degrees colder than usual, folks. That's a big difference, especially if you've been enjoying milder days. People in these areas should definitely dress warmly. Layering up is key to staying comfortable when the temperature drops so quickly. The cold air, well, it can make it feel like winter is coming early. You might even see the first frost on the ground, or your car in the morning, but hey, in contrast, the Great Plains and Midwest will see warmer weather by Sunday and Monday. It's a real roller coaster. One day you're shivering, the next you're reaching for short sleeves. Some places might even break record high temperatures. That means you could be experiencing summer-like heat in the middle of fall. This warm weather will be a nice change for people who aren't fans of the cold. It's a great chance to get outside and enjoy the sunshine before the next cold front arrives. However, it's important to be ready for another cold blast after the storm. These quick changes can catch you off guard if you're not paying attention. These temperature changes can, affect our daily lives, from what we wear to how we heat our homes. It all matters. For example, it might be too cold to play outside or too warm to wear a jacket. Kids might need to switch from shorts to sweaters in just a day or two. It's important to check the weather forecast to know what to expect. Staying informed helps you plan your day and avoid surprises. This way, we can dress appropriately and stay comfortable. It's all about being ready for whatever the weather throws at us. The weather changes can be surprising, but they are a normal part of the season. Rapid shifts are just part of life this time of year. As we move into fall, we can expect more changes in temperature. Each week can bring something new, from chilly mornings to warm afternoons. Being prepared can help us enjoy the weather, no matter what it brings. So, keep an eye on the forecast, dress for the day, and make the most of every season. In addition to the storms and temperature changes, there is a chance of a new hurricane forming. This system is in the Caribbean Sea. Right now it has winds up to 45 miles per hour. It is not a hurricane yet, but it might become one soon. people should keep an eye on this system. The possible hurricane could affect areas south of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. It might stay there for a few days. There are two possible paths for this storm. It could turn northeast over Haiti and the Dominican Republic, or it could move slowly west toward Cuba or Florida. If the storm moves toward Florida, it could bring heavy rain and strong winds. This would be a concern for people living in the area. It is important to watch the weather reports and be ready for any changes. Hurricanes can be dangerous, so preparation is key. The chance of a hurricane is something to take seriously. Even if it does not become a hurricane, it can still bring bad weather. People in the Caribbean and Florida should stay informed and have a plan in place. This week, the weather in the United States will be very active. There will be storms, temperature changes, and a possible hurricane. People should pay attention to the weather reports. Knowing what to expect can help everyone stay safe and prepared. The first storm will bring rain and wind to the Four Corner states. It will then move to the central and southern plains. The second storm will be stronger and affect more areas. It will bring high winds and rain to the Great Plains, Midwest, and Ohio Valley. Temperatures will also change. Some areas will get colder, while others will warm up. In the Caribbean, a new hurricane might form. It could affect Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and possibly Florida. It is important to watch the weather and be ready for any changes. By staying informed, we can be ready for whatever the weather brings. This is important for keeping ourselves and our families safe. When the weather is severe, it is important to stay safe. There are a few things we can do to prepare. First, it is a good idea to have an emergency kit. This kit should include water, food, a flashlight, and a first aid kit. These items can be helpful if the power goes out. Second, it's important to have a plan. This plan should include where to go if there is a tornado or hurricane. It is also a good idea to know how to get in touch with family members. Having a plan can help keep everyone safe during severe weather. Third, it is important to stay informed. This means watching the weather reports and listening to the news. Knowing what is happening can help us make good decisions. If there is a storm coming, it is a good idea to stay indoors and avoid driving. Finally, it is important to stay calm. Severe weather can be scary, but being prepared can help us feel more in control. By following these tips, we can stay safe and protect our families. The weather in the United States is about to change in many ways. There will be storms, temperature changes, and a possible hurricane. It is important to be ready for these changes. By staying informed and having a plan, we can keep ourselves and our families safe. This week, we should pay attention to the weather reports. Knowing what to expect can help us make good decisions. Whether it is raining, windy, or cold, being prepared can make a big difference. The weather can be unpredictable, but it is always interesting. By understanding the changes, we can enjoy the weather and stay safe. Let's be ready for the week ahead and make the most of whatever the weather brings.